Well, I've come to my first spot. I'm out today, way out in South Carolina, looking for dumps. I found an old homestead in the woods, and I have found some bottles, and unfortunately that one's broken, and there's a Hampton that's broken. Unfortunately, there's a, what kind is this? Cola something. This would have been a great bottle here. Hampton, drink Hampton beverages. But there's still more around here, so let me check it out and see what I can find. That's a homestead is right here. So I'll get back to you when I find something cool. Bye. Well, all I've been finding really is 1960s stuff. And as you can see, this is what it is. I mean, there's a famous Fanta. There's a Hillbilly Mountain Dew. There's a few other things here. Mostly whiskeys, though. This town is a whiskey drinking town. I mean, I have not seen too many sodas around here. It might be one over there, I don't know. But as you can see, this is whiskey flasks everywhere. Whiskey flasks everywhere. Bottles, not whiskey soda bottles, no. I don't see any soda bottles to speak of. I mean, I don't collect that. And I don't collect that Fanta for sure. Budweiser beer. More whiskeys. But let's keep going. I don't know where that dump is that I thought I saw. That might be the swamp that is looming behind me. And that might be what I thought I mistaken for a dump. Let's keep going. There might be something else here. We'll keep going. Well, I think I found where the dump was. It's right up against that swamp. I found a few bottles here. This one here, I don't know what it says. I can't read it. It's an Alabama bottle. This one here, it's just it's not even a Pat D, but anyway, I'm going to look around here and see what I can get. If not, I'm on to bigger and better things. But apparently, this is the dump, so let me check it out. Well, so far, that's the oldest thing I've seen so far, is that old oil lamp. There's a metal cup right there. What's this? An old teacup. That's pretty old. What's this? That's 40s. This ruins here in a giant bamboo forest is what I'm looking at. And, but I'm not finding anything that I'm interested in. There's just the mason jar, probably. Yeah, some kind of mason jar. Outside of that, I don't see anything. Another kind of jar. Well, and of course well, actually, this is a good Coke. And this one here is a 12 ouncer. They don't make these too often. There's one there. There's a painted one. But this one's a good one to keep. It's a 1960s, but it's a tall one, so I'm gonna keep this. Okay, so let's keep going with that. Well, here's something that is quite common in the woods around here, and that is an old cabin. Now, these primrose plants are really got me. Gotta get through them. But this is an old cabin. You could see, real old, and nobody's lived in this place for eons. It's probably, looks like 1920s or 30s, but that's it. It's the old homestead. There's bottles over in here, so let me cut through this trash and see what I can find. But this old barn, or it's a cabin, it's been here a while, long forgotten. Let's get out of here. Well, here's something you don't usually find every day. It's nothing wrong with this hand-blown pitcher. I mean, you can see, I don't know how old it is, but it's cool. I'll take it just for the hell of it. I mean, all I've been finding really are, here's a ball mason, perfect mason from the 1950s. But yeah, that's cool. Find that. Keep going. Well, I just found a Dr. Herring's in the dirt, and a pretty toasted Pepsi, but that is a 40s, and it was all in here. Here's a little bottle. There's something else that's interesting, and it's out in this, and there's a broken Coke. Can I find a whole one in here maybe? I don't know. There's a bottle coming out of there. That's a bottle coming out of there. They're all under here. There's a little, I don't know what kind of bottle that is, but they're all in the ground here. I've tried to, you know, they're in here. There's another, something or another. Let's see. There's more bottles in here, as you can see. There's a good possibility I might be able to find other old stuff, some more old stuff. This is older, but I don't know how old. I'm saying 50s probably. That's what I'm saying anyway. Yeah, definitely 50s. Here's this beer. That's concentrated right here. Okay. So, I've got these three here, but I'm not keeping that Pepsi. Pepsi's worthless. It's all in here, so let me keep scraping. I don't know. There's bottles in here. I just don't know what kind. Nobody's really dug around here. It's just the way it is. There's something right there. You can see. And it's a medicine, right? Okay. There's a bottom to a, I don't know what that is. Never seen that kind of bottle before. Just keep scraping until I hit the bottle that's whole. Most of these are broken, so, but there are whole ones in here. Let me keep going. If I find something, I'll show you, okay? Well, what I've come up with so far is a giant ball from the 40s. This one here is chipped, but it's a lamb. So see that? And this one is a square Knox. I might take that because I could put stuff in that. But that's a Knox. So what's weird is it's all coming from here. And I found another Dr. Herring's in this area. So, and a lot of shoes for some reason. But as I dig, I can see that there's stuff coming out. So, with whiskey, another giant, I don't know what that was, but there are stuff, but there is stuff in here. All I need to do is find it's a common junk. What's this right here? A whiskey, a coffee jar. There's something down here. Oh, more of that. There's a big hill here, and there's a lot of trash in it. I'm getting such a mixed message. I don't know what to think. These are wine bottles, so they don't tell you anything as far as time period because they didn't. There's another ball. I just, for all the ball jars I find, I wouldn't be able to keep them all. There's just too many of them. They made them by the billions. If not conservatively, by the millions. See, I don't know. Is there anything in here besides this weird stuff? I keep going down and finding things that look potentially good, but then I get into I don't know what that is. I don't know. Doesn't look too great to me. It's just if there's anything in here. Looks like just a bunch of rubber and stuff. Well, if I find something, I'll let you know, but I'm on my way out, so might be the end of this one. Bye. Well, let me show you what I found in my little search for a dump out in western South Carolina. I took a long drive out toward the towns of Fairfax, Hampton, and looked for homesteads that I saw on maps and thought, well, I could find maybe their dump or whatever. And I was a little bit successful, but I was also very disappointed. Some of the places go back as 1918, 1920 on maps, but unfortunately I didn't find bottles that went back that far. But I did scrape around and I came up with some things, and interesting things to say the least. Let's start out with the Knox jar. Roy Underwood started this company way back in 1917, although the Knox Glass Company's been around since 1882. But this particular jar started in 1932, and it was really popular in the 40s and the 50s until about they say 80, but I don't remember these that late. This one probably is the 1950s or late 40s, and it was probably made in Knox, Pennsylvania. The K and the Keystone give that away. And it's just a good example of the jar. I'm just going to put stuff in it, trinkets and that kind of thing. Historic bottle. This bottle here is a 10-ounce embossed Coca-Cola. It's the last, really, of this type of bottle. The 10-ounce embossed bottle didn't have a long run. 1955, 1956, and that was it. They didn't go any further. After that, they pyroglazed this 10-ounce bottle, and that's what you usually find. But it's a good example, nice clean example of this 60-year plus bottle. And I found a couple of them. This one was the only one in decent condition. And they're not easy to find. The 10-ounce are not. These are easier to find, and this is a patent office. And as you can see, with the patent office, you usually have this line on the bottom, and this is from, I guess, Montgomery, Alabama, which it's odd that I find a lot of Alabama bottles in South Carolina. And this one here goes all the way back to it's really weird because 1956, this one is. This is a 1955, 56. This one is probably a 1940s, but I wouldn't doubt it if it went to 1956. And then I've got these herrings, Dr. Herring. They're from Jacksonville. I believe they're from Jacksonville, Florida. And I find these in South Carolina all the time. And the odd thing about these bottles are, I see that they are pyroglazed, they are ACL, but some of them don't have any, not even a glimpse of that. And to my knowledge, ACL, especially these late ones that are 1956, which surprises me because I didn't know they went back go this late. I think they even go further than that. Popular bottle in South Carolina. I haven't found any in Georgia. Emerald green. These later bottles do say Dr. Herrings, where I find earlier ones that just said Herrings ginger ale. And this is what this says. This says Herrings ginger ale. So that's the extent of what I found yesterday in my dig. I looked for a dump that I thought was in the area, and it turned out that the aerial view that I was using wasn't very good, and the dump actually turned out to be a swamp. There was garbage around it. That's where I found this bottle right here, uh, but it wasn't the dump that I was hoping. There's still one more town in that area that I pretty sure there is a dump there, and I'm going to check that out sometime next week. But in the meantime, I might go out hitting the dump I usually hit to see if I can come up with anything newer than this, or you know, different anyway. And in that case, then I will see you soon. Uh, for now, have a great day, and thanks for watching. Hit that subscribe button and give me a little feedback. Thanks a lot. Have a great day.